Okay folks, welcome back. It is Long Dark Wintermute. We're in chapter 2 and this is part number... I should have looked before I started the video. I think it's 11? I'm going with 11 anyway. Yes, we are here exactly where we left off yesterday. We are in the Trapper's Cabin with Jeremiah. And he has given us our next survival school quest, which is to go and maintain his coat. Basically, he's getting us to do his repair work for him, which is rather nice. But it means that we need to go to the brand new lookout. After our little adventure up to Forestry Lookout, which has been destroyed, so we no longer have Forestry Lookout as a usable location. Certainly not in story mode anyway. Whether we will in survival mode, I doubt it, to be honest. But anyway, Forestry Lookout is no more, so we wasted our journey slightly over to Forestry Lookout. But we now need to go and find this new lookout tower. The only problem is, I don't know exactly where it is. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well it's travelable, I think, and we can probably make our way over to camp office in this weather and work it out from there. So let's make our way to camp office. So yes, we need to go and find this new lookout tower. We do not have a clue how to get up to it. We know roughly where it is. It's just how to actually get up to it. We tried and we failed, but we were doing that at night and I couldn't really see properly, so we probably missed a rather obvious path to follow. So we shall go and give this a try. But first off, I think we'll head to camp office. So it's not great conditions. It's a bit misty, a bit murky, but it is travelable. We can just about make out where we're going, so we can get ourselves over to camp office. And then we'll make our way to the Forestry Lookout, or the new lookout. I don't really know what we're going to call it. As we head around the normal route, which brings us high up this hill, away from where wolves and bears tend to roam down at the bottom there. And around this way. Now, I do actually have a hatchet now, so I'm wondering if I can get some firewood from any of these limbs and branches. I'm not sure if these ones will, because I think these are a little bit too big, but just have a quick look, just in case. Oh yeah, we can. And we're going to get a fair bit from it. It's going to take us an hour. Okay, we'll give it a go. I think we'll be alright. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Okay, very much not alright. Okay, so it's got murkier. I think I can just about still make out where I'm going, so we'll go this way. We have got a frostbite risk. That's because we're outside without a hat. Still need to find another hat. But we've got ourselves a nice amount of firewood now that we can make use of. I've just got to try not to get lost. I am actually running a little low on food supplies. Food has been our constant bugbear the whole way through Wintermute, particularly since we came to Mystery Lake. Actually, in Milton it wasn't a particular problem. Milton was actually a relatively safe area. There were some wolves wandering about, but nothing particularly nasty, and it was relatively self-contained, and there was actually quite a lot there. We found quite a lot of food for ourselves and for the Grey Mother as well. It'd be actually interesting at some stage if we find ourselves back with the Grey Mother, either as Will or as Astrid, because I believe the next episode or chapter in The Long Dark actually focuses on the story from Astrid's standpoint. But we seem to be making our way towards this Persistence Falls. That seems to be where we are ultimately trying to get to. I don't know where that is and how we get to it from Mystery Lake. Obviously we haven't travelled into any of the other well-known regions of the Long Dark in the story mode yet, so that could be interesting. Well, we've gone into Forlorn Muskeg, of course. Now I do know that the way out is via through the dam and out through the bottom, so either there's going to be another exit from the dam and a different transition, or we're going to wind up heading off towards, I'm pretty sure that goes to... Does that one go to Pleasant Valley or Coastal Highway? I can never remember. I always get that wrong. think that one goes to Pleasant Valley, doesn't it? Either that or there's going to be another different route to take away from the base of the mine to go off somewhere else. So this could be very interesting actually when we finally get there. We've got quite a lot to do actually before we get to that point. And right now our primary goal is not to get lost in this murk, but I think we're doing alright, we're not doing too bad. Yes, this is one of the things about the Londart. You quite often have to make long treks in... Whoa! Well, that made me jump. Holy moly! Woo! That actually made me jump. Okay. Ooh, that's a heart rate and a half I've got going at the minute. Right, we've got some afflictions. What have we got? Sprained ankle. Well, okay, we'll stick with that and see if we can fix that without using any painkillers. I've got one hell of a heart rate going on right now. I'm not wearing my Fitbit, but I dare say it would be off the scale if I was. Oh my goodness. Okay, that made me jump. Yeah. It's not often that happens. Yeah, I know. It's not often that happens. Normally you do hear growling or a wolf bark or howl or something before a wolf jumps you. It's not often that they do that. They just run up from behind without giving you any kind of sound. So, wow. Whew, okay, recompose. Let's carry on back down towards camp office, which should be down here.
Find something to eat.
Hopefully, just around this corner. There we are. There's camp office. Not the easiest thing to do navigating in this weather conditions, but I think I'm going to have to make a break for one of the supply caches. We do know that we've got a couple marked on the map, and I think I am going to have to make a break for one of them, because we are quite short of food. So let's get inside camp office then. And let's take stock. So, I haven't organised camp office in the meticulous way that I normally do, I have to be honest. So let's see if we can be a little bit more meticulous in what we're doing. So, crow feathers can go in here, crafting supplies. Anything else? Well, we've got lots of fishing tackle. I am going to hold on to all of these because I think we're going to need them in one of the next survival school things. I've got quite a bit of firewood. I've got spare matches and things. We're going to leave these all by one of the fires. Okay, so actually, there isn't really very much that I can drop anyway. I'm carrying... Okay, that's fine. We won't worry too much. I'm not gathering quite so much stuff as I normally do. Partly because there isn't actually that much out there for me to gather. Oh, we've got some lantern fuel. We need that. Okay. Plus, there's also a lot of non-pick-upable, non-collectible clutter lying around, which there isn't traditionally in the Londart. These have always been relatively empty spaces, so it's quite easy. Oh, I'll have the beef jerky. Key to lake cabin number 3. Well, that's rather hilarious. The key was actually in that filing cabinet, which I ignored because I didn't think there would be anything in the filing cabinet, and it turns out the key to the cabin that we needed when we went across Mystery Lake was in the filing cabinet, so that's just annoying. Right, let's go up here. I think I can't remember if I've stacked any fuel or firewood or anything around. No, I haven't. Traditionally, I do stack it by this fire rather than the one downstairs, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm carrying round with me then, let's have a quick look firewood-wise and see if we can drop some of it here and generate ourselves a little supply cache. So 3 bits of that. Realistically, that is actually all I can drop, bar the matches. So if I just back away a little bit and then we'll just drop some of these matches. We don't be carrying quite so many. Okay. Again, I'm going to pick these 2 boxes of matches up. I'll pop them on the table over here. I have put most of what I've been leaving behind up here in this big trunk, but some of it I am going to leave around. Okay, let's just go into the trunk then. There's quite a lot in the trunk. Sort of useful stuff. We've got some books and things as well. Quite a lot of books actually. It's quite good fuel. So I think I'm going to take a couple of those. It's really weird now. After that wolf jumping out at me, around me the house is creaking. It's a little bit windy outside in real life today, and every time it creaks, I'm looking over my shoulder. A wolf's gonna jump out at me. That's woken me up quite a lot. That. Okay, let's get rid of a couple of these sewing kits. We don't need to be carrying quite so many sewing kits around. I'm going to keep the metal shard simply because it's the only thing I've got that's close to a knife at the moment, so I'm going to keep that. I'm a bit loath to drop the rifle, which I normally would. I'd only normally take the rifle if I'm actually going somewhere. That's Jeremiah's bearskin coat. It weighs 5 kilos. I just realised that. It weighs 5 kilos. Normally things to do with missions don't weigh anything, but that actually does. So that's a bit annoying. Okay, I've got a couple of buckets of inventory. How much water have I got? That's another sort of critical bit. We've got a litre and a half. I think I left a bit downstairs, didn't I? So I don't think we need to really dramatically make up tons of water. I'm tempted to go and break for that. See if we can get up to the... but we were a bit lost, weren't we? Let's drink some of these sodas. I'm not quite sure what the best thing to do is, because part of me wants to kind of go for it and get up to the lookout, but the other part of me knows that the weather's not great outside. We're not really going to be able to see. But then we don't have much in the way of housekeeping to do. But again, if I sleep for a bit, I can sort out this sprained ankle. So let's just see if the weather is still bad outside. If it's cleared, we'll go. If it hasn't, oh god, no, it's got worse. Okay, that's fine then. We'll stay in the camp office. So we need to keep ourselves occupied in camp office until we can move on. We do have some water. We don't have brilliant amounts of food. I don't see the point in lighting a fire right now. Yeah, I know it does. So what I'm going to do... We'll sleep for 4 hours. Let's sleep for 4 hours. That will bring our warmth up. Hopefully that will heal our sprained ankle as well. And our frostbite risk, which I'd forgotten we had. There's the sprained ankle. So everything's healed. So we're in good condition now. It is coming up to dusk. Food-wise, we're not in a brilliant shape. It has to be said. I'm going to have to resort to drinking lots of these sodas because they do give us some calories. And we need to go... I think we need to prepare the reishi mushrooms that we've got, but I'm going to do that before I head out so that I can also do the normal eat something hot, take torch and all that kind of stuff. So we are now going to sleep. I'm going to do 8 hours. I have to excuse me, I'm really choked up at the moment. Everybody I know is really choked up at the moment. There's some sort of something going around, bug. Whether it's just the weather. It's been really weird weather. For anyone who lives in the UK, you'll know it's been up and down. We've had really hot days and then we've had really cold days, and it's been really strange. Even for Britain, where the weather is renowned for being a bit bizarre and unpredictable. It's been really strange the last few weeks, but it's gone quite chilly today. It's been raining. Out doing the shopping this morning, it's been raining. Okay, so we need to go a little bit further. I might actually be able to start the fire now, actually, if I can find it. That's the staircase, isn't it? That's the bed. There's a fire here somewhere. That's the trash can. There's a fire here somewhere. Where is it? It's going to be easy for me to light a match. Hang on. Oh, no, not the flare, not the flare. We don't want to light a flare. That'd be a waste. I'm going to burn fuel in my storm lantern either, so let's just light a match. Oh, that was a torch. I thought that was a match. Okay, well, at least we can light the fire with it. Let's light the fire with the torch. We've got tinder, we've got a book. So let's get that fire started. You would like to think that lighting a fire with a fire will actually work. 100% guaranteed. Lighting a fire with something that's already on fire, you would like to think would actually work really well. It's taking its time, though. I hate it when it takes its time, because it usually means it fails just before it finishes. Are we gonna get fire lit? Come on. There we go. We have a fire. Okay, so we can extinguish this now. Oh, no, no, no. Extinguish it, not throw it. There we are. So we have fire. So let's make this a longer fire. Yeah, let me pick up the stove. No, I don't want to light the torch. Stupid thing. Let's just holster that. There we go. Right, let's chuck a book on it. And let's chuck some firewood on it. Okay, that's a 3-hour fire for us. So, first things first, let's make a couple of litres of water. We've still got purification tablets, so we won't worry about boiling this water. We'll just purify it. There we go. So there's some water. And the next thing we want to do is... I'm going to go with cook the soup. Eat the soup. I'm always a little bit worried about doing it through the radial menu in case I pick the wrong one. Let's eat the soup. There we go. And I actually don't know if this will work with the coffee trick as well as the... As we've already got a warmth bonus from the soup, whether we'll get an additional one from drinking the coffee, but we're going to try it. Assuming I can find it. I keep forgetting I've actually got a cold one as well. There we go. Well, it has mentioned it, but whether it actually gives us a double, I don't know. Right, so we're actually in really good shape. I probably didn't need as long a fire as I used there. Let's just purify this water. There we go. And then we shall take a torch. And then we shall just drink. And let's go outside and see if we can find something. I'm hoping the weather's alright. Again, I should have checked this before I committed and wasted fire starting materials and everything. Oh, wonderful. It's really windy. It's going to blow my torch out. There we go. Let's get rid of that then. That was pointless. Okay, what's the weather conditions like? -21. Not great. Not brilliant travelling conditions, but I really do want to get a move on here. Okay, so there is the lookout. So we've got to get up to it. Now, Jeremiah told us that it was off the railroad. Or because I'm British, the railway. So we need to find a way from the railway over to that lookout. And there is this new kind of disappear off to the side thing here that vaguely heads up in the right direction. So I am wondering whether this is the way to go, or whether it's something that's off near derailment. Did we notice? I'm trying to remember if we saw a pathway coming off from derailment. I'm actually tempted. Let's go this way and let's bear up towards it. We can actually see it now, which I think is a big help. So let's make our way up this way and see if we can bear around to the right and head up towards where that lookout actually is. See if we can work out how to get up to it.
I need to find food.
No, you'll be fine, don't worry. Okay, so this is a new little sort of clearing here with quite a lot of deer in it actually. Okay, now we need to be going kind of this way. Now that's not looking very passable. That's looking quite steep actually. I'm not sure we can climb that, but we'll give it a go, see if we can. Excuse me. Oh, I can actually see some fences up there, look. This make me wonder. Let's aim for those. Now, I do have a rifle. There's lots of deer around, so I would normally think about doing some hunting here, but especially since our food is in quite low supply, but I'm not going to. I'm not sure we can get up there, but we might be able to If we kind of come up here. Does this drop us back down to derailment? That's what I'm thinking it might do. Or does it head up? Feeding it with the power of the force. Well, here is what looks like a pathway. Here we go. I think we found it. This is the path that leads up. There's a fence here, so this is going to be the route. So let's go up here. Follow this as best we can. It's going to be quite steep by the looks of things. This is a whole new section of Mystery Lake. This never used to be here. This is the new lookout to replace Forestry Lookout, which they have decided to destroy to confuse us all. That's the only reason I can think of. Throw a curveball in the works by destroying the well-known location and putting a brand new one up. Well, the wind's died down very, very suddenly. Oh, is this a bit of a cave? It's just a bit of a nook. But that's quite a nice little camping spot there. There's another one there. Okay, what's temperature like? -15. It's not too bad, actually. Okay, well this definitely is the only way up here by the looks of things. So when we tried to find it from the other direction, we definitely wouldn't have managed it. We did go straight past this, but we were at night and it was dark and it wasn't very good visibility, so I'm not surprised we missed it. And here we are, the brand new lookout. So we have a little passageway across a crevasse there, and we're going to climb up here. It's another little bridge. This is a bit more of a sophisticated lookout than the old one, it has to be said. Hopefully this isn't locked. This is the new Forestry Lookout. They're calling it Forestry Lookout. It's the new one. It's in a new location. Totally different place. The old one's been destroyed. The new one has been built. Wouldn't it be hilarious if this is actually... I think this is actually the same model as the original Forestry Lookout as well. Yeah. It's just been put in a new location. The mournful music plays as we go inside Forestry Lookout. Let's close the door. Okay, well we're safe in here. There's lots of stuff. This is the bear that Jeremiah has been wanting us to cure. We've got some pork and beans, we've got some cedar firewood, newsprint we don't need. What's the temperature in here? 6, so it's actually okay. We don't need to worry too much about that. But I am tempted to light a fire in here and make it a decent fire as well as a whetstone. We could do with that. There's a book. We'll use that to start a fire. First aid kit. Painkillers, antibiotics, antiseptic. The bog standard things. What's lurking under here? Some thermal underwear, which we actually already have plenty of. Requires Hank's lockbox key. Who's Hank? Here's a note. A crudely
Carry this load for much longer.
The text on this note is largely unreadable. If the message was meant for someone, hopefully they're able to decipher it. Fortunately, there are a handful of recognisable landmarks and a bold arrow pointing to a large X. X marks the spot. That presumably is where we are going to find a rifle cartridge hiding under a shelf. Another supply cache, so more pork and beans. So let's get a fire lit in here then. So we're going to use carbon matches, tinder book, and I am going to use some accelerant just so we can get this thing lit. I'm only really doing this just because it is the kind of thing that you would do in this kind of situation. I'm going to add that torch onto the fire. Stick and 1 piece of cedar firewood. That's going to give me a 2-hour fire. I have a black bear hide. Now that's what I need to use to repair Jeremiah's clothes. So let's go into my backpack. Let us find Jeremiah's coat and let us repair it with my 61% sewing kit. Do I have a plenty of fishing tackle? But I only have that one sewing kit. Let's go. Hopefully this is going to work. It's a critical part of the story. There we are. So Jeremiah's bearskin coat has now been fully repaired, and our missions have been updated. Take it back to Jeremiah, which is kind of what we were expecting there. Okay, so having found our way all the way up here, it's time to turn around and go back again. Beef jerky on the floor. We'll have that. So yeah, this new forestry lookout is exactly the same as the old one. The building is the same. The building model is the same. The difference is how to get up to it. There's it's a lot more. There's bridges and things, and it's in a completely new location. It's in a it's in a more central location, actually. To be fair, you can see there's the log sort with that little sort of locomotive thing in there. The rail line is visible. Heading round, you can just about make out the dam over there. You can see Camp Office down there. Look, there's Camp Office. And I dare say, if we look in the right direction, we can probably see Trapper's Homestead as well. There's the radio tower and the old forestry lookout, which is destroyed. And I think if we look over this way somewhere, we can't quite make out Trapper's Homestead, but it is in that direction somewhere. So can't quite make it out, unless that's no. I don't think it is. No, it's somewhere that way though. Anyway, so this is in a new location. That's the old lookout. This is the new one, but it is the same model. And we have found our way up here, and look at the view. It's pretty cool, isn't it? What an awesome view that is. And that is all we have time for today. But next time we're going to head back to Jeremiah. We're going to go and find out what he wants us to do next. We've still got a couple of his survival school things to do. So we'll get through those, get all those out of the way. And then hopefully we can progress through the story mode. But right now, as always, thank you very much for watching. I would appreciate sharing, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. And I shall see you again very, very soon for some more Long Dark, and we have some Minecraft coming as well. So I am going to say, see you again very, very soon.